What up, what up, what up? Back at you with another video. You can see I'm hyped right now because I just finished watching the Royal Rumble and I'm here to give you the Royal Rumble rundown. So without further ado, let's get into it, because boy did we get a show tonight. There was only 4 matches on the entire pay-per-view. Only 4. So doable, so worth it. And them bitches hit. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first match we had was the Women's Royal Rumble match, which was the best match on the card. I'm stating that right now. And I know there was some very stiff competition on this show. This is my favorite match of the night. And I'm going to go on record of saying WWE right now has the most stacked women's roster in the world. Nobody has a better women's roster in the world right now than the WWE. And I'm standing on it, and I'm stepping on business. So without further ado, first off, they threw us all for a loop, right? They threw us all for a big loop because Natalya's number 1. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm fine. All right, I'm fine with Natalya being 1. Okay, cool. Nice veteran. Then the number 2 is Naomi, formerly known as Trinity. She was Impact's champion for a very long time. Naomi came back. She had to feel the glow, the music back. She started hitting the dance. Naomi has returned to WWE. She was like another person. She went away. She walked out of the company with Sasha Banks for how she was treated, and rightfully so. Went to Impact, bet on herself, became a champion, became a much bigger star, and now has returned home to the WWE in the Royal Rumble. Big, insane pop to where she literally starts crying. It was beautiful. It was an incredible special moment, and I hope that they have that on a WWE 24, because that shit was perfect. It was incredible to watch. Number 3 was your winner of the Royal Rumble in Bayley, who was the absolute right choice. Your boy called it. I told y'all Bayley was going to win the Royal Rumble. I told y'all Bayley was going to win the Royal Rumble. One more time. I told y'all Bayley is going to win the Royal Rumble. And she will end up challenging Io Sky because Damage Control is basically going to give her the Evolution beatdown. Or when Randy Orton is on Triple H's shoulders and they give you this and then the drop him. And I think they're going to do the same thing. Damage Control is going to do the same thing to Bayley, which is going to force Bayley to return her whole old ways. And I believe Bayley will become the OG version of Bayley that made her a star. We're talking about the Bayley who fought Sasha Banks at NXT Brooklyn, which is one of the greatest women's matches of all time. That's the level we're talking about of Bayley after she won this year's Royal Rumble. And we need to talk about, this is what we need to talk about. Another person I want to talk about is probably the biggest surprise in this match. It was Jordynne Grace, the current TNA Knockouts champion. Bro, she is fantastic in the ring. If there's any more women's knockouts that I need to check out on this channel, let me know. Like, what matches do I need to watch of Jordynne Grace? Because she was fire. She was moving German suplexes. She is so athletic and talented and so gifted in that ring. Holy shit. What matches do I need to watch of her? Because if TNA books her right, or say she gets released and then WWE signs her, bro, they can make her. And this is no slight, and I mean this by booking wise. We're not talking about the humans here, guys. We're talking about booking-wise. If they book Jordynne Grace right, they could make her the female Brock Lesnar. She acted like, bro, you would have thought she was on the roster. That's how impressive she really was. So Jordynne Grace is one of my MVPs. She cooked in this matchup for sure. Obviously, Bianca Belair did Bianca Belair things. Come on, bro. Bianca Belair is really like that. She's always been like that. They just showed so much talent. Like, even the talent you wouldn't even think about. Like, Katana Chance, Ivy Nile, Kairi Sane, Piper Niven, Xia Li. I love Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green is one of the true stars of that women's roster, to where you can give her anything and she's going to take it and run with it and do very well. Like, she was getting her ass whipped in this match, and she still looked like a star. She's one of the most entertaining people in that women's roster right now. And then you got Zelina Vega, and Zelina, first off, her entrance was fire. The outfit was fire. I don't know where that was from. Somebody will probably let me know. I think she did great in this match. She shows that she can get in the ring. Maxine Dupree still needs a little bit of work, but she's getting there. That funny ass reverse caterpillar is hilarious. But, bro, you got to give Maxine Dupree so much credit, because she's literally learning on the spot. Bro, she didn't fight in NXT at all. Like, she had one 6-man tag match. Bro. And that was when she was still on the main roster. All the reps Maxine Dupree is getting is literally in front of her eyes. So in the future, I think she's going to continue to soar. Now we got Nia Jax. Bro, Nia Jax is so... she's future. It's the best way I can describe it. Bro, the way Nia Jax moves in this ring, she's technically, you can't call it a future, but the way Nia Jax moves in this ring is probably the best I've seen her move, period. She has I think one of the biggest wrongdoings of Nia Jax was they never gave Nia Jax the title as a heel. I think she can draw a lot of heel heat, especially if they're going to eventually turn Rhea Ripley back face again. Definitely Nia Jax has to be champion. Becky Lynch came in. Obviously, Becky came and did her thing in this match. And now, I want to talk about... first off, let's talk about my NXT babies first. Before we get to the big surprise, let me talk about my NXT babies. Let me talk about my talk. Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton are the future. The absolute future. I think Tiffany needs to be on the main roster, but I'm okay if they wait. I'm okay if she returns at NXT Vengeance Day. I believe that's next week. I'm okay with that. I'm A-okay with that. But we gotta push Roxanne Perez, because she has a title match next week against Lyra Valkyria. But between Roxanne and Tiffany Stratton, it's time for one of those two to come up to the main roster, because they showed that they belonged in this match. Absolutely. When they got in that ring, that crowd, they had the crowd's attention. It's not even close. They are stars. Those women are ready for the roster. That was the first thing. Honestly, those two and Braun Breaker, they're ready for the main roster. They can get called up at any moment and they'll be ready to go. Locked in. So I'm all for that. I just want to make sure I shout out my wonderful woman who did work in this match. And then, of course, we got to talk about number 28, Jade Cargill. Oh my God. That's the first thing I got to say is, oh my God. Her walk to the ring, her look in the ring, she is so impressive. It's not even close. Bro, it's not the fact that she even picked up Nia. She made picking up Nia Jax so easy, it was mind-blowing. That was like the first time I really sat down and watched Jade Cargill. Holy shit, that's a star. And holy shit, that's box office. And the way WWE used her and how making her only appear on vignettes, she's a star. 100% a star. And when she bro, I can't even say this right, bro. When she had Becky Lynch just in the air like that, and Bianca had Liv Morgan, and that stare down came, take my money. Take my money right now. I need that match. That is what I need. I need that match at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. Holy shit. The roar of that crowd when that face-off came was impressive, and it was incredible. I am all for that. 1,000%. Hell yes. Sign me up. This, and then of course you had the wonderful Liv Morgan return. That's one of the only returns I actually called. Welcome back, Liv. Liv is a star because as she was the number 2 again. So I think eventually Liv Morgan will win a Royal Rumble, and Liv Morgan once again will be a women's champion. Fantastic women's Royal Rumble. I think it's one of the best women's Royal Rumbles of all time. I think the women did a fucking hell of a good job with this Royal Rumble. All right. Sorry, that women's Royal Rumble got me hyped, guys. I'm sorry. That shit got my blood flowing a little bit. You feel me? So, all right, without further ado, let's get into the rest of the card. So, the next match we had was the Fatal 4-Way match for the title. Reigns, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, LA Knight. It was a good match. Really good match. Obviously, I hate when the sponsors are all over the ring and his hole is lit up the whole time in that nasty ass orange Slim Jim. And I get it, snap into a Slim Jim. It's one of the biggest sponsors, like Busted Open sponsored by Slim Jim now. It's huge, I understand. But, bro, this match was fire. Match is fire. I know people probably didn't like the solo interference, and I like the way it ended, how Reigns just speared AJ and won. Reigns really didn't even need the Roman Reigns, the solo interference. Really didn't even need it. And that's what made it not unpredictable, and that's why I actually liked it. Randy Orton caught Roman Reigns with one of the coldest RKOs. That shit was cold. And I loved it. That RKO was nasty. It was so fire. Like Reigns came with the Superman punch on Randy. Said, what? No. RKO. Match dope. I loved the match, and honestly, if anybody I'm more impressed with than anybody in that match, the MVP of this match was actually LA Knight. LA Knight, showed he belonged, and that he fit in just fine with 3 of these Hall of Famers in that ring next to him. LA Knight showed he belonged, and that he was just on he was on the same level. And normally you're used to hearing LA Knight sound like that on the microphone. You're not used to seeing LA Knight like that in the ring. Perfect. Fantastic. I think LA Knight was the MVP of this match. And honestly, I'm looking real nice on my predictions that LA Knight will take the US title off of Logan Paul at WrestleMania 40. That's just how your boy is calling it. So that's all I got to say about the Fatal 4-Way match. But good match. Okay, the next match I want to talk about is Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. So pound for pound, this is my second favorite match of the night. Logan Paul is absolutely a star, a megastar. And eventually, and I know WWE just renewed his contract, so I can say this. In the year 2025, somehow, someway, Logan Paul will be your World Heavyweight Champion. I know everyone's probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious? Logan Paul is going to be champion. Logan Paul is going to be World Heavyweight Champion in WWE. Yeah. And guess what? We're going to boo the shit out of him every moment we possibly can. We're going to boo the fuck out of Logan Paul. But guess what? We're going to watch his matches and then be like, oh shit, he's actually killing this shit out here. Yo, he's nice. Yo. LA Knight. Logan Paul is incredible in the ring. There is no way around it. There's nothing we can say. Logan Paul belongs in the WWE. This is what he was made to do. Not boxing. None of that. not the UFC, none of that. If Jake Paul was made to box, in some people's eyes, Logan Paul was made for the WWE. Because he is fantastic and he has shown he can hang with the best. Don't believe me? He has fought Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Ricochet, Kevin Owens, and had the Money in the Bank match. These are in his rookie years. He fought in a tag match. He fought Rey Mysterio and Dom. Bro, Logan Paul is absolutely incredible, and he literally is only getting better. And he said it himself. Maybe he stops taking his hobby and starts really doing this serious. The sky is the limit. And where's the sky? As Logan Paul. One day in 2025, my prediction here is that Logan Paul in 2025 will be your world heavyweight champion. That's just how you boys calling it. Oh, before I go, I want to talk about the finish of that match. I thought it was an old school, very classic Attitude Era finish, and how he punched him with the brass knuckles, and how Kevin Owens punched Logan with the brass knuckles, tried to go for the pin to win the belt, and what the ref saw him on his hands. I thought it was a classic, nice finish to tie it up. Great match all around. All right, in the final match we're going to talk about is the men's Royal Rumble match. The one thing I can say about this match is, actually, this is the first men's Royal Rumble match when there was only, one return in this entire match, which was Andrade. And welcome back, Andrade. I think Andrade is smart. He left AEW, and he came back at a very hot time right before WrestleMania. He's smart. I think El Idolo is a perfect person. I think they're probably going to tie him straight in with the LWO shit that's going on right now. I think, especially with Rey Mysterio being out with a leg injury, it's the perfect spot for him. And he's back with Zelina, which would be very smart and what you should do. So I'm very happy for Andrade to be back. And I know he's back with Charlotte, and that's another great thing for him. So it's a very perfect thing for him to be in a very perfect place for him to be. But other than that, I thought this match was okay. I think there's a lot of people who should have been in this match versus some people who shouldn't be. And the one part of this match that I think was unseasoned, this is going to sound really fucked up, but I don't mean it this way, was Ricochet. Not that Ricochet didn't deserve to be in this match, but Ricochet had no business being the number 28. No business being the number 28 in this Royal Rumble match. Zero business. Why was he number 28? I don't know. Honestly, I think if Brock Lesnar was supposed to return, I think Brock Lesnar probably was going to be number 28. Because it made no sense. I was like, what is he doing here at 28? He didn't look like he belonged in the top 6. And it sounds wrong, and because Ricochet is a real hard worker, great high flyer. But with those stars who were in that match at that time, it just didn't look like he belongs. As simple as that. When you're talking about this match, I didn't like that part. But other than that, honestly, another person I think who should have been in this match is Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick. Because the only reason why I'm saying this, maybe be a little bit of recency bias, but I liked how WWE showcased in both matches the NXT athletes. And Trick Williams is one of the biggest stars in NXT. You got Carmelo in there. You got Braun Breaker in there. Why not get Trick Williams in there? Maybe I'm asking a little too much, but whatever. You can have that. I think you could put Trick Williams in the match over like an Ivar. That's just my opinion. That's just honestly my opinion. Because if you saw the pop Trick Williams got in Miami on Friday Night SmackDown last night, he absolutely deserved to be in that match if you're asking me. Because that pop was tremendous and loud. And people know who Trick Williams is. And that crowd would have been rocking, singing whoop that Trick. But there was a lot of moments in the match of the Royal Rumble that I liked a lot. I liked Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso starting off the match. I thought that was a big build. Hint, hint, they're fighting at WrestleMania 40, which I think is going to be a great match. And I like the start they had because they had the same offense and they kept reversing everything. It's smart because they're tag team partners and they're fucking brothers. They know what moves they're going to do. Makes perfect sense, okay? Fast forward into the match. Cody Rhodes comes out at number 15. CM Punk comes out at number 27. Cool. returning Sami Zayn comes out at number 30. I like that too. I'm okay with that. Gunther being the god he is, him and Drew McIntyre look like big stars beating the hell out of each other. I like how Drew McIntyre was eliminated. I like how he was talking shit to CM Punk, and then Punk threw him out. When Punk threw him out, I was like, oh, CM Punk's about to win the Royal Rumble. Oh shit. Damn, did I get swerves. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk wrestle for 7 minutes when it's just them two in the match. And Cody Rhodes ends up winning the Royal Rumble. And Cody Rhodes will go on to main event WrestleMania 40 against Roman Reigns. Am I surprised? No. Everybody came in and drank the Rock Kool-Aid. Including me. A part of me did want to drink the Rock Kool-Aid. But I knew Cody was going to finish that story. Because it's the right story to tell. Because it's the current roster. If we were going in for a cash grab, I could understand The Rock. I can understand that. But the Rock match clearly is not on the table because The Rock's not fighting at WrestleMania 40. The Rock doesn't want to fight at WrestleMania 40. What can we do? He's on the board at TKO with the UFC and the WWE. Bro's on the board. Maybe Bro wants to go shoot the Moana live action film and he can't get out of it. What do you want me to do, bro? Maybe we will build. Maybe they will try and build to The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41 in Minnesota, I believe it's in. Maybe they try to once in a lifetime thing. That could happen. But I do think The Rock and Roman Reigns are going to be an avid part of getting this Netflix deal going on in 2025. So I can see a reason why they push it back another year. I can see that. I can see it. But it is perfect that they can do that mess to headline WrestleMania next year. Because Roman Reigns won't have the title next year. But Cody Rhodes will. I think Cody Rhodes will win the belt at WrestleMania and finish his story. And I think Cody Rhodes will go on. He could lose the belt at SummerSlam, maybe Survivor Series. But I do think if Cody Rhodes goes on to retain the title, I think Cody Rhodes will lose to either two people at WrestleMania 41. Jey Uso, which is a pipe dream. Do I really think Cody Rhodes could lose to Jey Uso? No, not really. But I wouldn't be surprised. That would be a whole long-term storytelling thing, because then Jey Uso technically would become the tribal chief. That's just a wild pipe dream in my head. It's not like a set in stone. This is what I really think. This is just let me just start throwing some names out there. You know what? I'll make a whole video on who will defeat Cody Rhodes for the title after he beats Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. I said it. But other than that, I can definitely see Gunther winning the Undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania 41. I can see it. Because I think if we're looking at who could be that next final boss heel, I don't know. The guy who lost 2 matches in the last 3 years. Gunther, for sure, could be that guy. And I don't understand why he wouldn't be that guy. Because Gunther's fucking incredible. He's fantastic. So, Cody Rhodes will finish the story. Cody Rhodes finishing the story, I don't care what anybody else says. Cody Rhodes finishing the story will put him truly in your John Cena category. AKA, he will become that guy in the WWE. He will become that guy that does your media runs. He will be that guy who does all the make-wishes and does your promo runs on Wake Up on the Today Show and Good Morning America. He was on Jimmy Fallon last night. We're going to see Cody Rhodes pushed way much more into the megastar that he deserves to be. Does not make Roman Reigns any less of a megastar, because Roman Reigns is huge. But I can see Roman Reigns going to do bigger and better things. I can see Roman Reigns going to do movies and become a bigger star. And Roman Reigns deserves that. So when Roman Reigns is gone, who will be running the fort? It's going to be Cody Rhodes. And there's some people who don't like that. Motherfucker, don't watch. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It is what it is. Because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. He's selling the most merch. He's drawing the most money on live events. And if you know everything about the WWE, it's a business. And they spent all this time building Cody Rhodes. And they built Roman Reigns to such a god level. To where if Roman getting pinned by Jey Uso made him a much bigger star. I don't think anybody will agree to me that. What do you think losing the title will do to Roman Reigns? What do you think losing the title? Who Roman Reigns loses the title to? That won't get them to a higher level? Come on, bro. Cody Rhodes finishing the story, baby. And I'm here for it. And I think my next video will be about how we get CM Punk and Seth Rollins, how I start to book that. Maybe that's the next thing I'll fantasy book is CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, especially now that the Royal Rumble is over. I got some ideas on how we get to both. So that's all, guys. That's what I've been talking for a very fucking long time. I apologize. But I wanted to give you my official, full-length, full thoughts Royal Rumble rundown from your boy. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We got like 8 and some change, bro. We are right there. Please help us, Forever Gang, get to our goal. We are almost there. We are dominating. We are accomplishing. And shit, we will finish our fucking story too. Fuck they thought this was. Thank you guys for listening. Forever Gang, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And until forever find you.